Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Brian Crombie Radio Hour on Saga 960. Tonight, there is a debate of the Mississauga mayoralty campaign in Port Credit, and tomorrow another one put on by Marinette that's supposedly for all of Mississauga. Both of these have excluded me and other candidates from the debate. I think this is really bad. This is undemocratic. This is wrong. What it does. Tonight's debate put on by the Town of Port Credit Ratepayers Organization represents that if you come, you'll meet the next mayor of Mississauga. Yet several candidates, including myself, aren't on the invite list, aren't on the publicity, aren't listed in any way, shape, or form. They're representing that everyone else is not the next mayor of Mississauga. And they have made sure that the four existing councillors, or three existing councillors and one councillor that just resigned, are on the list. You got to ask yourself, how can an organization that is set up by residents so residents can have greater say in their community, in their city, actually exclude 12 of the candidates that are running? And what was their policy? What was their process to exclude these candidates? It's undemocratic. It's unjust. It's wrong. And if these people actually believe in what's right and what's democratic, they should change their attitude. I firmly believe that. And it's not just me, because I think there's other really qualified people that have put their name forward and are spending a lot of time and effort in trying to make their name known and put their policies forward and trying to persuade the people of Mississauga that they're qualified and should run, and have got complaints about the existing council members and candidates for mayor. Why are two different ratepayer organizations banishing them, excluding them, saying they're not worthy? I'm shocked. Second issue is I'm equally shocked by the way that the city of Mississauga and the existing councillors running for mayor and all the councillors, and frankly, the former mayor, have represented, frankly, I should say misrepresented tax increases. And even though I'm disappointed with Marinette, I've got two individuals I'm about to interview from Marinette that have dissected the Mississauga budget in great detail and are going to tell you how the city councillors, the city council, the people that are running for mayor, have misrepresented tax increases to you. What they said is that the tax increase for the city of Mississauga went up by 2.3%, and that the region went up for 4.9%. But in fact, if you take a look at the numbers, the city of Mississauga tax increase was more than 3 times that amount at 6.3%, and the region was double that at 10.6%. And let me explain why and how. What the actual tax increase is 7.2% for us, which is made up of a 6.3% increase in Mississauga and a 10.6% increase in the region. But what they've done is they've taken the Mississauga portion and divided by the Mississauga and region proportion and said that was 2.3, and the region portion divided by the region and city portion and said that was 4.9, and the 2.3 and the 4.9 equals the 7.2. No one in the world would describe it this way. Let me give you an example. The federal government this year, their increase is 5.9%. Ontario's increase is 3.5%. But for the federal government or the provincial government to do that analysis the same way the city of Mississauga did, they would take that overall increase and say, which is actually 3.5% in total, they would say it's 1.1% for the province, because the provincial increase divided by the provincial increase and the federal increase is only 1.1%. But the province on top of the province is 3.5%. And so you got to ask yourself, is the city trying to fool you by saying their increase was only 2.3% when it was actually almost 3 times larger at 6.3%? Are they trying to fool you? Are they fooling you? Do you think it's only less than inflation, or is it actually more than inflation? They said it was a modest increase. I don't think 6.3% is a modest increase. I don't think the regional increase at 10.6 is anywhere close to a modest increase. I think this is a really important issue. And every single one of the existing city councillors that are running for mayor should have to address this. Why are they trying to fool you, the taxpayers in Mississauga? I'm going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to have this discussion with detail with some people from Marinette. They're going to tell you all about, number one, their analysis, and number two, how they got stonewalled by city council and by city staff when they tried to explain how their math was wrong and misleading. Stay with us, everyone. Back in 2 minutes.